can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire. What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, shit. It's just down the street, past the house with the boarded up window. Make sure you stop in the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar. He'll be draped in silver and black. Slip in what you should, my man's gonna point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left, and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the damn street minding your own goddamn business, just, stroll on. A cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core. And as you find yourself asking, damn, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and tonight I just thought I'd mix it up a little bit because I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of inquiries, specific topics that people wanted to bring up in the comments, and I thought, you know what? Why spend all this time prepping when you guys have all the content right here, waiting? So, what's on your mind? What questions do you got? I'm taking questions from the audience tonight. Anybody that's watching, you got a question, you got something that you want me to talk about, throw it up in the comments. I'm going to start fielding them right now, and you've got 55 minutes. Get them out. So, what's burning on your mind that you're concerned? The first question I've seen is, they are, man, Tamari, you ain't lying, brother. The shittiest games, man. They typically, I felt last year they kind of stepped up the Thursday night games, but it seems like this year they've started off bad. They've started off not very good, man. They really haven't. It's they've been a little underwhelming, that's for damn sure. First question I've seen up there is Josh Jacobs going to play this weekend? All signs point to yes. He's banged up, taking it a little easy on him, but you've seen his tweets, you've seen his posts. He does not want to be known as a soft back, and if you think that guy is not going to do everything in his power to be out there on the field this Sunday, you are crazy. He does not want to be labeled as a soft back. He wants to be a banger every down. He wants to be the guy toting the rock, and he's going to be out there, hell or high water. I totally believe it. Totally believe it. What else you got on your mind, Raider Nation? What's your pressing questions coming into week 3? We've got a lot of concern on the injury front. Trent Brown is probably the biggest concern. Probably the biggest concern coming into this week. You know, he's your starting right tackle. You want to see that guy healthy. That's for sure. Definitely don't want to see him not available for the game. You've got Richie Incognito returning. You've got Gabe Jackson returning on the horizon. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to lose that guy, one of your bookends on the offensive line. That's for damn sure. What do you know about the guy from Green Bay that we got? This kid is basically we bring him over, Trevor Davis, as he's kind of a fill-in backup. I want to say in the special teams side of the ball. Dwayne Harris has shown up on the injury report. He's a little banged up. He's not participated in practice, so you need a little insurance policy in case he can't go. So that's really all you're looking at for Trevor Davis. I have a good friend of mine who's a diehard Packer fan, and he had nothing but positive things to say about the kid, and was really somebody that he thought was going to be able they could bring up a little bit in the organization. So he was kind of upset to see him go. So it's nice to see that the team that he left, their fans like to see that. But yes, basically, like Brian said, Harris is injured. That's basically why you're seeing Trevor Davis come in. Polk High. 4-4. Double Quattro. So what do you guys think about Jalen Ramsey? Obviously, that's the talk du jour. You've got it on Thursday Night Football. You got the Jags on right there in prime time. So that shoves the topic right out in everybody's face. I mean, this kid is basically, at the age he is, it's like drafting a kid right out of college. I mean, so to think that, he's got any miles taken off of him, you can't really put that on there. I mean, he's still very, very young. He's very, very good. It's unfortunate that we had the situation like we had with Antonio Brown, because now any drama, anybody's scared of it. And I don't think that the kid's got a little bit of a mouth on him. He's nothing along the drama lines of Antonio Brown. So I don't know. I've went back and forth over this over the past few days. I went back and forth. So Timothy Bryan says we need him. Need such a strong word, Timothy. Do we need him or do we want him? I mean, I saw our defense and our secondary give up 4 touchdowns in the second quarter of last week's game. But I also saw that same defense and secondary shut said prolific offense out in the second half of that game. So, are you a glass half full or are you a glass half empty type guy? Do you say, hey, they figured out what the fuck they fucked up in the second quarter, went in and made adjustments and came out and balled out and shut them out in the second half? That's what I'd like to say. So, do we need? Timothy says yes. We do need him. Well, that is your opinion, my friend, and you are damn well entitled to it. I'm not sure. I've honestly went back and forth on this. The kid is a phenomenal talent. But here's how I dice it up. He's a phenomenal talent, but what are we going to have to give away to get him? What do we have to give away to get him? And when we do get him, he's looking around the $15 million range a year. That's some serious cheddar. So, you're going to have to give something to get. and he's going to cost. Dar says yes, need as well. I agree, Timothy. I had no problem. And that's part of the reason I was sticking up for Antonio Brown through a good part of the offseason was I didn't care about the offseason shit because I knew when you got on the field that dude was going to ball. But somewhere along the fucking last month to 6 weeks to 2 months, that dude's absolutely lost his fucking mind. And they need to straitjacket that motherfucker, Baker Act that bitch, something, stick his dumb ass in a padded cell and save his fucking ass from himself because that dude's done lost his fucking mind. I'm not even going to waste time talking about him anymore. We've banned page posts from him from the fucking page. That dude's a fucking cancer, and he needs erased from the NFL fucking landscape. That's for sure. Hey, if you need some stickers, some gear, check it out. Check these folks out. They are sponsoring us here at Raider Reaction, and they're kind enough to use Commish 81. You can get yourself a little discount, save you some cheddar on some silver and black gear for your game day action. So, and of course, make sure to follow us on the Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, yes. Yeah, Nike cut his bitch ass tooth. That motherfucker's just, damn. We could, but so that's what you're looking at with Jalen Ramsey. I mean, it's interesting. I would say we're definitely in the top 5. We're in the hunt for pulling him in. So it's not out of the realm of possibility, but your guess is as good as mine, honestly. Nobody has. Exactly, man. He pulled up in a fucking Brinks truck to training camp. That fool's wanted to get paid since day one when he arrived at the facility. So money talks when you're talking about Jalen Ramsey, and who's ever coming with the cheddar, that's who's going to get him. He wants to contend, too. See, that's the thing, is the guy wants to go to a contender. But most of the contenders are pretty well strapped up on cash because, you know, they've spent that on talent to be a contender and to stay a contender. So usually the teams that got the money and are able to go after a guy like this are the ones that they typically don't want to go to. Did not forget I hate to mention it, fucking douchebag one more time, but don't forget Antonio Brown forced the Steelers' hands to begin with. Because they wanted to trade his ass to the Bills. And he forced their hand and forced it away from the Bills and at least got traded to the Raiders. And then the rest is fucking disgusting, fucking retarded history. What else is on your mind, Raider Nation? What else is on your mind? Throw it up in the comments. We're fielding them and running with them tonight. Thank you all for joining me as always. Thought we'd do a little open forum style here on a Throwback Thursday. So if you've got a question, something that you're concerned about, you pissed off about? Fuck, I don't care. Whatever. Throw it up in there. Waller, man, he is a potential top 3 wide receiver. I mean, basically the only reason he wasn't a top guy is substance abuse issues. But he's clean, and he's looking solid. I mean, he's one of the top tight ends right now coming out of the the first 2 weeks of the season. He's a top 10 tight end in the league. Who we got after the Vikings? We have the Colts minus Captain Neckbeard as the road trip continues. No more Neckbeard. I think that changes things when you're looking ahead at the Colts. So these 2 games right here, I think, are very favorable matchups because I think you're going to have a lot of emotion at the London game. You got Mack and Carr, and that's all they're going to talk about for the whole week leading up. I don't think it's as big a storyline as the media is going to make it, but the media is going to hype it up, and they're really going to play this game up, and they're going to play on that angle, and that's all they're going to talk about all fucking week. I fucking absolutely guarantee it. Am I concerned about Carr? In what aspect, Davin? What aspect? Am I concerned about Carr just in general? If he's the answer at quarterback? I mean, I think you're always concerned at the quarterback position because you never know what you're going to get. I mean, you could end up with, Derek Carr. You could end up with Kenny Stabler. You could end up with, guys like my homie Todd Marijuanovich. Hey, what's up, Todd? I'll meet with you after the show, bro. You just never know what you're going to get at the quarterback position. So, you just don't know. How serious is Brown's injury? Well, he's not participating in practice, so it's serious enough that they're setting the man out. Although, that's a big man, and when you're talking about problems with the wheels on a guy that size, I mean, the really only way they can get better is to set him down. So, we won't really know the severity until it comes around to game time. We really won't know the severity, so we'll see. We will definitely see. How do we feel about Burfict? I feel that Burfict was always meant to be a Raider. I mean, he's kind of molded after a Raider of old. I mean, jacking people up, that's it. He's our kind of guy, man. Really. He seemed to fit in well thus far. Having a veteran presence in the middle of the linebacker core that has that kind of rapport with your defensive coordinator, I think is a great thing. I mean, that's why Gunther brought him in. Bob is concerned about John Gruden's game planning and offensive play calling. Sometimes just not right. Goddamn, Bob. When I got to hit the C more, that means you said too much. And he's not consistent in scoring points. Well, the game plan was no, I can't really say that. I don't know. I don't know exactly who to put the blame on for the play call when you had the 77-yard drive after you get the stop after the second half. That play call right there that forced the interception, I don't know if that was execution, if that was play call. I'm not sure. But, yeah, obviously you want to see more points scored. But if you score right there, that's a whole fucking different game. And that's one play. It's easy to break it down and analyze one play when the play fucking fails. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's I'm not ready to panic yet. It's week 2. We're 1-1. That's kind of where we thought we were going to be. We should be a middle of the road team. Ooh, 1,350 yards and 8 touchdowns. Well, right now, Josh Jacobs is sitting number 4 in the entire league for rushing yards. He's solid out of the gate. He's already got 2 touchdowns. You're saying 8? Shit, man. I'll take the over on that 8 touchdowns. I'll take the over on that 8 touchdowns. I think he gets more than the 8 touchdowns. Now, the 1,350 yards, that one's probably up for conversation. That's a strong over-under number right there. I would say, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he'd be over on the touchdown, but the yardage mark, I think that's a pretty fair yardage mark. He could be right around there. It kind of depends health-wise how he stays through the rest of the season. But sure, he's got 2 touchdowns already through 2 games. So, man, Prime's looking like he nailed this game. Prime was the only one of the 3 of us that picked the Jacksonville game. Big L and myself took the Titans, and man, we looking like we fucking blew that one. Looking like we fucking blew that one. Shane, I agree. Jacobs is the baller. It's all about healthy. If we don't start Jacobs, Jalen Richard would be your backup. I'm sure he would share a lot of time with D-Wash, but Jalen Richard would be the guy in there getting your start. He's a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. I really, whoever threw that up there, I'm sorry, the name rolled by too fast, but he's a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. I mean, right there. He's 4th in yardage in 2 games. The guy's got 2 touchdowns already. Mariota just fucking sucks, Brian. He's fucking huffing ass. So you had your pick between him and fucking famous Jameis. Who would you rather have now? Raider Nation, if you had to pick, you have the first overall pick, and you have to pick one of those 2 guys, but you have all of the knowledge over the past several seasons. Who are you picking? Famous Jameis or Mariota? You got to take one. Man, now remember all the talk coming into that draft was, who's going to take? Both of these guys are franchise type quarterbacks. Both these guys are barely holding on to their fucking jobs right now. Both of them. Jameis is about half unemployed every other week. It's been a while for a good Jameis fucking media story. He's about due for one. Tamari says neither. I'd rather not have a quarterback. We'll just run the wishbone. Fuck it. Johnny Football. I'd like to party with Johnny Football. I bet that dude's fun as fuck to hang out with. I don't want him quarterbacking my team. Shooting the left or the right. Yeah, which side of the head do I want to get shot in? Yeah, this is it's a bad game. I'm surprised the Jags, what's his name, the quarterback there with the mustache. At least he's getting a solid start. Got the aid of the muff punt right there off the neither one is. Neither one is. Interesting. What are the Tomich questions? What do you got on your mind, Raider Nation, as you're coming into week 3? Got the Vikings. Vikings. I'm not concerned about the Vikings. They were shitting all over the Vikings there in the pregame as well, Thursday Night Football, saying that Kirk Cousins is what? I think he's ranked 32nd out of 33 quarterback rating through the first 2. Minshew. he sucks. Prime's got some sort of man crush on Kirk Cousins, but I've been telling him for fucking seasons now that dude's fucking trash, but he keeps getting paid. But, Fitzpatrick gets paid, Josh McCown gets paid. There's lots of shitty quarterbacks that keep getting paid, so it's not like he's the only fucking one. But, Titans are a dumpster fire. Fucking retread Oilers. Down goes Cousins. Yeah, he's going to be going down. Oh, yes, he is. Any words on the Harris injury? He did not practice today. I think the biggest telltale sign of the Harris injury is that you see them go out and pick up Trevor Davis to be a little insurance in your kick return duties. So he's obviously injured enough that there's concern enough to depthen the depth chart at that roster spot. So, when you go out and get a guy, it's hard to tell. All of a sudden, it's popped up. I don't know if it's more serious than what they've let on, but like I said, I hope not what line says there. I hope that's not the case. But usually, when you see them automatically make a quick move and go make a roster move to help fill that spot, it's usually not a good indication of the injury. And Dwayne Harris is a fucking weapon, and that would suck. Shane, I am with you. Renfro was targeted a bunch of times last week, and I feel this could be a breakout game for him. So much that I have a must-win game, I believe, in my Hardcore Challenge Fantasy League this week. Must-win game. I'm playing a team that's stacked. They got Tom Brady, Ezekiel Elliott, Saquon Barkley, and I'm starting Hunter Renfro at my flex with Derek Carr at the quarterback position because I just feel like the boy is due for a touchdown. And this may just be the week. I'm starting him. This is a big game for me, and, I'm rolling the dice. So, he's due. If we stop Cook, we will win. Well, yeah. That's all they got going for him on offense. We stop him, and Kirk Cousins ain't going to beat us. Fuck no. Fucking Kirk Cousins. Get the hell out of here. Dalvin Cook's the only one I'm worried about as well. I'm not worried about Kirk Cousins. I don't care about his wide receivers because Kirk Cousins is not going to get the ball there. I like Keith's prediction. 400 yards for DC and shut the media the hell up. I like it. The Vikings defense is good, Shane, but we've been hearing about it for 2 or 3 seasons now, how good this Vikings defense is. How many Super Bowl appearances does this Vikings defense put this team in? None. Eventually, they're not as good as they were last season or the season before. They're the best thing that the Vikings have. That's what I'll say about their defense. They're the best thing that they have. They're better than their offense. But they're not some vaunted defense that the Raiders should be scared and walk in there with fucking fear? Fuck that. No way. You fucking kitty table dwelling bitches. Fuck them. That nice pretty new fucking stadium with no banners hanging in that motherfucker. I guess that's saved on your construction budget. Didn't have to get that boom up there to hang them fucking banners when that bitch was all done now, did you? Sorry, pathetic bastards. You've been on the kitty table so long, we gotta dust you off every time you get on there. You gotta pick you up and move you around a little bit, keep circulation to your legs. Sorry, pathetic Viqueen motherfuckers. Man, I tell you, we talked about it last night. Prime and I went to a game up in the Metrodome. Fucking, if most people don't even know, because unless you've had the unfortunate, why would you ever be at a Viqueen game? The Raiders only play in fucking Viqueen Stadium every 8 years. So typically, that's a long time. I've been to a Viqueens game when they played the Raiders. I believe Dante Culpepper was our quarterback, and it was his return trip to fucking Minnesota. But I witnessed one of the Prime and I, we were getting a little loose. We'd had some pregame, festivities, and we're in there and we're sitting there, and it's in the first quarter, and the Viqueens go down, and they kick field goal. And then the strangest thing I'd ever fucking seen in my life at an NFL game happened. They started to sing this song and blow their horns. And I mean, they sang this song to the top of their lungs like it was some high school fight song. Like, they were graduating, they was just excited as fuck. Blew their fucking stupid horns. And me and Prime are just looking at each other. I'm just blown. I'm like, it was a fucking field goal. You're singing and dancing for a motherfucking field goal? Seriously? You have a whole fight song for that shit? You got stupid fucking blonde-haired Vikings running out on the field, blowing horns, everybody's fucking losing their mind? It was a field goal. It wasn't a touchdown. It was the stupidest fucking thing I ever seen. Every time they blew the horn the rest of the game, I just lost my fucking mind. I'd look over at the guy next to me and I'm like, what the fuck else you blow your horn for? Did you blow the horn for a pick? A fumble? Change of downs? Hey, it's time for the second quarter. Whoa. What the fuck? And then sing some little song. It was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen, man. It was a fucking field goal. You sing a song, and I mean, there was this little old lady, like I swear she was in her 60s, all dressed in fucking purple, and she's up just fucking getting it. She knew the song, man. She'd been singing that motherfucker for 3 decades, watching her bitch asses lose. She knew it. I guess when you are a kitty table dwelling motherfucker and you're that dusty, you will sing your ass off for a fucking field goal. I guess that's just the way it is. Fucking skull, motherfucker, skull. What does that mean, anyway? Isn't that chewing tobacco? Keith, we're on like this, Keith. Sorry, I got completely off the road there. So, throw back out to you guys. What's on your mind? I have no idea what skull means. Like, what the fuck does bear down mean? That's the stupidest fucking phrase, too. Bear down. And it's bear down. Is that like some play on words? Or does that mean, bear down, we need help over here? I don't know. I could go on and on. I mean, what the fuck's Chiefs Kingdom? Chiefs is obviously paying homage to Native Americans. Kingdom is a thing of royalty and, monarchy, what have you. The two have fucking absolutely nothing to fucking do with each other. So not only are they a failure as a franchise, they cannot even name their fucking fan base properly, which is, borderline retarded. And they wear red and yellow, which, who the fuck would dress as ketchup and mustard? No. Nobody with any sense. What do I think Richie's going to do? I think he's going to push motherfuckers over. Well, what that guy is a solid anchor, Pro Bowl anchor at guard right next to the best goddamn center in the fucking league. Damn! Johnny's getting naked. Easy now. My Sunday stats, as in what? Score? Well, I'll start with Derek Carr. I believe Carr throws 3 touchdowns this game. That's why I'm starting him in fantasy football. He's going to throw 3 touchdowns. 1 to Tyrell Williams. 1 to Darren Waller. And 1 to Hunter Renfrow. Going to spread it around. This is going to be Derek Carr's little coming out game right here. For 19. I believe it. He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns and 300 yards. I'm starting him, and I'm starting Hunter Renfrow. I'm putting my motherfucking money where my mouth is. I need to win this fucking game. Think I want to go 1-2? My own motherfucking league? I'm the goddamn commish. Fuck, I ain't been in the playoffs for a couple seasons. It's embarrassing. Fuck that. I want to win. I ain't putting him in there because I'm a homer. I think the fucking kid's going to hit. He's got 8 targets last week. 8 targets. I think he's going to hit. Jacob's limited. He's got a little illness. He said he's lost a little weight this week. He's been dealing with the groin injury, but you know what? There's just something about I like the dog in that kid, man, and I think he's going to come out and he's going to play. Should you play the Raiders defense? Ooh, that's a good question. The Raiders D, this might be a favorable play for the Raiders D. You are... Kirk Cousins is ranked number 32 in passer rating out of, 33 starters over so many snaps this season through 2 weeks. I mean, he has not done well. The reason they have been in it is because of their defense. And that's the only reason you hear about their defense, because that's all they fucking had. Kirk Cousins was the biggest waste of fucking money since, the Pet Rock. Fuck that guy. Yeah, I said it. You're the pet rock of quarterbacks, you fucking douche. On that note, make sure you check out our official sponsors at Raider Reaction. And use the code Commish81. Save yourself some cheddar on some silver and black. Oh, yeah. Make sure you follow us on the Twitter, the Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm a whore. That's all right. Did you just call me a whore, Nancy? I believe you did. I resemble that remark. That's quite all right. MySpace. Right on. That's just because you're cooler than sliced bread, Leslie. That is fucking badass. Leslie's like, I had a fucking pet rock named Howie. What else is on your mind, Raider Nation? This is week 3, man. Are you excited? Are you concerned? What? 1-1? We had all the hype in the world in week 1, and then somebody fucking popped our balloon in week 2, but you come out and win in week 3, you'll forget about week 2. You'll forget about week 2. Shane, we had that post. We put up a post. God damn it, who put up that post, man? Because I want to give him credit, because that was a fucking amazing post. Actually, it was Raiders Most Wanted. Put up that post on from the Raider Reaction team. Put up the Mount Rushmore post. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of? Oh damn, Vinny. I think I'm too old for Snapchat. I think if I went to go on there, I wouldn't pass the age filter and they'd just kick me off. But we put up that post, and man, it got a huge response on Facebook, but that response that son of a bitch got on Twitter was fucking insane. Insane. And it literally, we got responses from Amy Trask. We got responses from Derek Carr's older brother, Darren, who put his own brother on the Mount Rushmore of for the Raiders, it was crazy, man. The responses we got from old Raiders, fucking, it was nuts. It was like one of the weirdest tweets that just reached like these people you wouldn't expect to be responding to you. You know, when Amy Trask tweets at Raider Reaction, hey, that's just fucking badass. That's just badass. Well, damn it, David, you're gonna have to go rewind it now. I can't say it all over again. But my Mount Rushmore, if I had to pick my Mount Rushmore, Oakland Raiders Mount Rushmore, it's got to have Al Davis on it. Without Al Davis, there is no Raiders. Period. Number one, Al. Got to have Al on it. Number two, the Snake. Got to have the Snake on it, man. He was the epitome of a Raider in the 70s, man. He had the swagger, he had everything. He had the look. He had it all, man. He was a Raider. I'd say the Snake. This is where it gets tough. Nah, Bo Jackson ain't on your Mount Rushmore, Timothy. No, talent. You can't put him on Mount Rushmore just for talent. You can't. You gotta think of 4. Romanowski. Come on, man. Romanowski's on your Mount Rushmore. How many seasons was the dude even a Raider? He was more of a 49er and a Bronco. He came at the end. Come on now. He's not on a Mount Rushmore. You gonna bump him off and put Alzado? I mean, even Alzado played very short as a Raider. You know, Woodson, left, ring, Packer. I say Al Davis, Kenny Stabler, John Madden, Tim Brown. That's my pick. You got the godfather of the Raiders. You got the Snake, who was the epitome of everything Raiders in the 70s. You got Tim Brown, who just your longevity forever. And John Madden, the coach. So you got the greatest era of the Raiders. You've got the owner, the everything, the godfather, the coach, the quarterback, and Tim Brown. Howie Long, you can put Howie up there too. You could bump Howie for Tim. I don't think I could take the other 3 off. I mean, there's really not a bad. That's what I'm saying, mate. The name goes on and on, man. Ted Hendricks, freaking, Jesus, Willie Brown, Jack Tatum. I mean, yeah, I couldn't put Rice up there. Rice is, I just seen Rice. What'd you just see? On the pregame before Thursday Night Football, Jerry Rice was on there with one old boy from the Titans running the fucking hill. And what was he decked out in? He wasn't decked out in silver and black. He was decked out in all Niners gear. That's why Jerry Rice ain't on the fucking Mount Rushmore for the Oakland Raiders. That's why. Only 4. You only get 4. Janikowski, you gonna put kicker on there? Janio never kicked us to a ring. Never kicked us to a ring. I mean, you're talking Mount Rushmore. You're talking Lester Hayes and Mike Haynes, but you couldn't put both of them on there. You've only got 4 spots to represent the greatness of the Raiders for its entirety. That's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Fuck it. Leslie just says, fuck it, we need a mountain range. There's too much Raider greatness to contain into 4 faces. We're going to have to spread the bitch out, and we're going to have to take a couple more mountain fronts, and, we're going to need to start in 11 on both sides of the ball, because there's just too much Raider greatness. And I think the Hall of Fame knows that, because if they shoved all the great Raiders, that should be in there. It would just be basically a silver and black Hall of Fame, and they're just trying to keep it even. Blanda. Ooh. Blanda. There's one. That's an interesting one. Blitnikoff, that's what I'm saying. Where do you stop? And none of these are wrong answers. Dave Casper. I mean, I don't think I've seen anybody throw Casper up in there. I mean, it's just so many greats, man. So many greats. I mean, how do you pick? How do you pick? It's endless. Endless. Throw them up in there. You guys got any other questions? That was a great topic. Great question, Shane. Great fucking question, man. That was a great question. I saved that tweet, man. I saved a screenshot of the tweet when I got it tweeted at by Amy Trask. I was just like, damn. That's fucking Raider royalty right there. That's just some fucking badass shit. It's going to be an interesting week. I'm looking forward to this game. I think we're going to fare well. If I had to pick a score, I think we get 1 on the ground, 3 in the air. I think it's a 4-touchdown effort. I think we score 28 points. I think we hold them to 17. 28-17. That's my pick. 28-17. If I was stranded on an island, well, that's an interesting one because, you know, I want somebody that's fairly skillful. It's not just all about conversation. I got to live with this motherfucker for a while, so that'd be a tough one. I like the question, and I seen somebody post this one a while back. If you had to sit on a bench, if you only had an hour to sit on a bench with one great from Raider past, who would it be? To sit down and have a conversation, just pick their brain for an hour. They're going to sit, they're going to answer any question you want, and you're going to sit and have an intelligent conversation with you, answer everything you want for an hour. Who would you pick? Who would you pick? You know who I'd pick? And it's not even, I mean, Tim Brown, my all-time favorite player, would I love to sit down next, talk to him? Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, I would. Marcus Allen, my childhood hero. Plunkett, my childhood hero. The Snake. Yep, absolutely. But you know what? William hit it right on the fucking head. Not even a question. Who would I want to sit down next to and talk to for a fucking hour? Al fucking Davis. Without a question. Al Davis. The guys that, I mean, the guy came from nothing to be everything, to be the leader of a nation. I mean, there's nobody else. Nobody else that I would for an hour. Man, what a brilliant mind. What a brilliant football mind, and would be an amazing conversation. Amazing conversation. I would that by far that would be my pick. Now, if it was a player, say if it had to be a player. It has to be a player. If you had to pick a player of old, hell, it could be a player now. If you had to pick just one player for an hour, it'd probably be somebody. It'd probably be like the Snake or somebody from the 70s. Purple drink. See, that's what happens. You called your walrus. Well, all the fucking homies are gonna come showing up. Look for purple drink. You know, we already had Todd Marijuanovich up in here earlier. The whole gang's here. Steve will G's running and fuck around. God damn. Fucking insanity. Insanity on the Throwback Thursday. Thank y'all for joining me. I like little open forum sessions where you guys throw it up there and we you think the 6-game... Hold on. That's a good one. Keith, you think the 6-week road trip will make us stronger or our record will make us on the hot seat? That's a good question. I think this season is won or lost over this road trip. I really do. I think these next 2 games are big. If we can just split these 2 games and come out 2-2, I really feel good about the Bears game. I think that's going to be an emotional game, and I really... I like the fact that the bye week's after because I think you're going to have a little bit of an emotional dump after that game. I really do. So I think you stay in the conversation, you tread water through this road trip, and if you come out of this road trip around 500, I believe the second half of the season is where the season is won for this team. It's a favorable second half of the season. You got the Lions, Chargers, Bengals, Jets in a stretch. That's a very great stretch of 4 games when you come out of that long road stretch. So that's huge. You tread water, you stay in the conversation, you don't tank, you continue to grow and gel as a team, and you come home and you start stomping a mud hole in people. And I believe the run is made in the second half of the season, and I think 9-7, 10-6 on the high side. 9-7 is about where we fall, and I think we got a shot at a wild card this year. I really, really do. I'm not just talking out my ass. Maybe, but yeah, I wouldn't tell you if I was. Check out our sponsor. Get you some gear, silver and black. They got new stickers, patches. Check it out. And if you haven't joined our group, the official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire, come to the dark side. Click on the group tab on our Facebook page, and you will find the link to join the dark side. The Raider Reaction Empire, our official group. It's real, raw, uncensored. It's a forum just like I have here. We've provided you one as well, where you can speak your fucking mind without anybody, muting you or being able to tell you any stupid shit. So, but while you're there, to join that group, make sure you join Prison City Raider Nation as well. They are in the Raider Reaction Dark Side Alliance, as KD is one of the members of our hype team, and man, I don't even want to get into it. I don't like touching on people's personal stuff, but KD, my heart's with you, man. That's all I can say. Stay strong, brother. But join those guys. They're a solid group of guys as well. Prison City Raider Nation and the Raider Reaction Empire, the dark side. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. But make sure, follow us on the Twitter, the Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So, if you haven't noticed, if you missed the show, we are live 5 days a week, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, same Raider time, same Raider channel. But if you do miss it, shortly after we are off the air, we do run a live watch party. So you guys can still, if you happen to miss it, stop in with a little section of Raider Nation. You can still cut it up and watch the immediate repeat of the show in the live watch party. And then we also live premiere it on YouTube shortly after as well, as we download and upload it right to YouTube shortly after the show. So you've got a couple different forums to catch us if you happen to miss any of the action right here on Raider Reaction. What's up, Raider Ortiz? What's up, James Raider? What's up, everybody? Silver Sunshine, the whole... Oh, we got a bunch of you up in the house tonight. So, what else is on your mind? We've got 11 more minutes to cut it up here, and then I'm getting up out of here and go watch the end of this shitty game. I don't even have anybody playing in this game of fantasy football, so it's completely fucking irrelevant to me. So, I could really care less. Quite honestly. Could care less. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Leslie? What's up, everybody? You gotta sing something. You gotta stand on one foot. You gotta do something. God damn it. Minshew! He's got a hell of a mustache. I'll give the guy that. I'll give you the guy that. Oh, the stadium's looking beautiful. The glass is starting to go up on the outside. When I was there on the 10th or the 11th, they were just starting to put the first row of glass up on the bottom, but they're starting to fly up the sides now, and it's gonna take shape quick. It's really gonna take shape quick once they enclose the outside shell of that, and then now start working on it. Condition air, all the concessions start coming together. It's going to take shape a lot quicker than people think over the course of the next year. It's really going to start looking like something. What's the word on Gabe Jackson, Sean? It's no-go for this week, but I feel positive about the possibility of him maybe being a go next week, depending on how he responds in practice between this game and next. I do believe Jacobs will be in the Rookie of the Year conversation. If he can stay healthy, he's already proved he has the talent to play in this league. He's already proved it. It's all about health for that kid. Oh, yes, we talked about the Ramsey rumors. You go roll in here in the last 10 minutes and ask about the hottest topic of football, Raider Ortiz. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't trust the wiki. Do not trust anything just because it says pedia at the end does not mean it's like an encyclopedia. Like Britannica wrote that shit. Nah. It's wrote by any average douchebag can go in there and be like, I'm gonna make a Wikipedia. I can go in there and make a Wikipedia about Raider Reaction. Commish was the 5th emperor of the Roman Empire. He ruled with an iron hand. Does it make it true? No. I would rule with an iron motherfucking hand, though. But that doesn't make it true. Just saying. You can't trust that shit. I seen somebody say that, oh, well, somebody followed somebody on fucking Instagram or followed them on Twitter, and oh, that means something. That don't mean jagging shit. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. When we hear something, that means something. There's like 5 or 6 teams really in the mix here. And, 13-3. I like your positivity, Adam. I'm not there yet. I got us picked at 9-7. I stand firm with my 9-7 prediction. I do believe that comes with the last wild card spot, and I am predicting us to be a playoff team. But I really think this fucking road stretch is going to be tough. But I'm saying you come out of that, you're in the conversation, your head's above water, you win some, you lose some, and then you get hot. You get hot when it counts. 14-2. Damn, Jukebox. That means they can only drop one more. Only one more over the whole course of the season. I just don't see that. I don't see that. Thank you, Shane. I'm looking at the big picture, Elder. I believe that you're really going to see some growth in this team. This is such a young team and such a new roster that's been put together that you're going to see this team grow as the season goes on. That you're going to see a lot of growth because they haven't had a lot of time together. So I think you're going to see this team get better over the first half of this season. And in the second half, I think you're going to see it. I really do. I really, really do. I really, really do. Man, can't believe you guys let him out again. Fuck, several of you. I just can't trust you people no more sometimes. I gave you the answer to keep Steve Juice the fuck out the show, and look what you do. Look what you've done. We got 6 minutes left. What's on your mind, Raider Nation? What's on your mind? Too young yet, says Elder. I agree. But that's also feeds into my argument of how I believe there's going to be a lot of growth this season. And the NFL's a different kind of league. You just saw the Steelers absolutely fall off due to injury. You saw how many quarterbacks have gone down? A lot. So the landscape of the NFL changes with a breeze. Play on words. He's out too. To think the Jags are going to through trading Ramsey. It comes down to whether or not the coach can play and function with the player. If they can't function in-house, there's just nothing else you can do. unfortunately, sometimes professional relationships just don't work out, and it's just the way it is. So it's just the way it is. Will the Raiders score 30 points or more this year? Oh, fuck yeah, they will. Absolutely. We're going to have a couple of those games. I think we're on the verge of it this week. I think we got a 4-touchdown performance. I got DC, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. Waller, Williams, and Renfro all catch a touchdown this week, and Jacobs is going to run for 1. That's my prediction. Man, if I hit that, I'm going to be on here fucking stroking my own ego on Monday. I said ego. $300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Renfro gets 1. And I put my money where my mouth is. I got a must-win in fantasy football, and I'm starting Renfro and Carr because I think they're going to get that hookup for the first time ever. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Knock on wood if you're with me, Shane. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed a What About Doss? He's the bottom of the depth chart. That's What About Doss. He's your Chris Warren III of 2019. Everybody's going to be talking about him all year, and he's probably not going to do jack and shit. He was a fun story. He was cute on the reality show, but there's a reason he was on a practice squad and only making a couple $100,000. Thank you for joining me, each and every one of you. I appreciate you all stopping in. Hope you enjoyed a little Throwback Thursday open forum. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow night, you know what tomorrow is. This is Black Friday. And man, I got a classic Viking beatdown for you tomorrow. We're going to spill some Viking blood on a Black Friday. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. I got a game I guarantee you haven't seen in a while. Classic Raiders Vikings. It ain't the Super Bowl. Everybody's seen the fucking Super Bowl. That'd be too easy. I got to do better than that. I got to make it hard on myself. So I'll see you tomorrow night right here. Same Raider time, same Raider channel. Until then, I guess you got to go watch the rest of this shitty game or really do anything besides that because that's a shitty game. But I'm out, man. Thank you all as always. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on the Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.